Okay, hey everybody. You know that I've got my KLR. This is Happy Jim. I've got mine with Park ADV. I've got my KLR about 90% complete. I've serviced everything on the bike that I know to service besides tearing the motor down. And the motor has 8,872 miles on it. I've driven it 20 miles since I bought it. I've spent more time servicing the bike, tearing it down, and making sure that everything is lubed and oiled and greased real good. I rebuilt the carburetor, serviced all of these wheel bearings, the bushings for the swing arm, the linkage down here, your suspension linkage, all that linkage got reserviced, a new chain. Well, the chain got cleaned. It's like new, and I put all brand new PJ1 chain lube for O-ring chains on it. I mean, look at this beauty. This thing is like new. It's 20 years old. But we also got rid of the droopy, doggy-eared, rubber-mounted blinkers. They hung out here. I loaded it on a trailer, and by the time I got down from Atlanta to Florida, they were hanging and drooping. The rubber mounts had broken. So I found a modification, and I have no idea who we ordered it from. I will try to find that out and put it in a link for you guys. But it's basically a blinker modification that takes away, it deletes the rubber mounted part and puts a stud that's smaller, brings the blinkers in, and mounts them to the fairing. And there's still they're rubber, so they're a little bit of rubber. They're pretty stiff, but it brings them in and tucks them in, so they're in stream at the bike. They're not going to snag on a tree. If I fall over, I've got my crash bars from Motec right here, which came with the bike. That was a big plus. The white foot pegs came with the bike. That was another big plus. The oversized windshield came with the bike. Another big plus. It's got a progressive shock on it. Came with the bike. Another big plus. Center stand came with the bike. Another big plus. Panniers came with the bike. Another big plus. It's got an LED brake light. I didn't know it had that. The Lex pipe I put on it. What has it got?
Your Corbin saddle. But
oh yeah, it's got a Corbin saddle. Look at that seat. It looks goofy, right? I thought it was goofy looking. There's Jamie.
It's a butt hugger though.
Yeah. Good. And you guys have been watching Jamie's budget KLR. Man, he has done a good job with that thing. We're so proud of it. That thing is coming along real nice. It's a beast. So we call the seat the butt hugger. So anybody that's wondering if they should get an aftermarket seat for their KLR, this ridge right there, if you can see it or not, yeah, there it is. That little ridge right there cradles your booty. And it's nice. It is. This is going to turn out to be a very nice bike. So anyway, getting back to the bike now, the blinkers are tucked in, all safe and sound. I've gone over some of the upgrades the bike has had. And now I'm going to do the front end. We see the oil here. Oh, it's also got a front fork brace because I heard these things can wash out in the sand because they're heavy and the fork tubes are kind of small. Came with that too. So this bike has been really a lot of fun to go over and say, what is all this stuff all over it? And find out that somebody really had done this bike up. But I noticed bringing it home that the fork seals were leaking. So we're going to replace those today. And the front tire is cupping. It's no good. It's worn out. And I've got a brand new tire I'm putting on it too. While I'm there, I'll service the front bearings like I did the rear end. When I'm done, I'll have new fork boots, new seals, front end all serviced. I'm going to do the stem bearings. And once I get all that back together, this bike ought to be good for another 20 years. And then stick around and wait till you see us all go on some adventure rides, some trail riding and stuff. I haven't done any of that in a while, and really, that's what it's all about. I've got an extensive background in dirt bike riding in the 80s. That's right, the 80s. I had children for 25 years and did not have any motorcycles, and now the children are all gone, besides that one. He's more like a man now. Getting back into it, and we're really excited. There's my wife's, Christy's, Bama XT250. Isn't that cool? Hey, we're going to be mounting those boxes on the back of our bikes too. We found a good deal at Harbor Freight on some hard boxes. This stuff can get pretty spendy. These are Harbor Freight boxes. They're waterproof. They're very durable. They've got pressure valves because they're so airtight. They literally have to have a pressure valve to let the air out of them. But they are no joke. Solid. Harbor Freight. Go down there, you can get this huge discount. I think this one was like $10 when we were done. It's like a $20, $30 box. It's also got foam in it for you to protect all your stuff. Anyway, check it out. It comes with all this. It comes with a cutaway foam for like a pistol or a camera gear or a drone. We know we like drones. But we're going to mount these on the back of the bikes, and these are the bolts I was checking out to put it on Christie's XT. Yeah, and I'm gonna put this one right here. I'm going to put this one on mine. Look at that. Is that not the coolest thing? And it didn't cost me, I think that might have cost $40 for that box. Look at that. And that I'm going to use for my camera equipment. I haven't got a drone yet, but I can't wait to get into that. I heard they got a drone that'll actually follow you as you ride. Like, it's got some program thing in it that as you ride, the drone just kind of hangs out behind you and gives you that aerial view. Otherwise, you always see you got 3 guys riding, and then they get the drone out. You see the 2 guys riding because the 1 guy is not riding, doing the drone footage. But there's a guy on YouTube, is Lendl Poskett, Races to Places, and he drones himself, and I don't know how he does it. Talking to Jamie, Jamie said he believes he knew a guy that had a drone. There's some type of programmer you keep with you, and the drone literally follows you around. Don't think it's a good idea, I guess, if you're in a lot of, trees and stuff. But I don't know, it's kind of interesting and fun. So that's the hard box. That's going on in the back. Harbor Freight, check it out. Get them while they last. Super duper cheap and inexpensive and really tough construction. Lightweight too. So anyway, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. I know that you guys like this kind of stuff. If you're a enduro enthusiast like we are, that's what drew me to all this stuff. So we do live in Florida, and we had a bad hurricane last year, so we now live on 5 acres in a nice camp trailer, but that doesn't slow us down. So anyway, the hurricane took the places to live and ruined all the houses, and so that's why we get to have all this fun. Anyway, looks like Jamie's getting into something over here. Every day we find something new we get for our bikes. Yep, he's replacing his fuel lines. He's draining his gas, and he's putting on a 1/4-inch fuel line. It's right here. He just got,
And
he's going to put an inline filter. Yeah. And the gas tank has filters in it. Like a screen mesh filter. But especially bikes. His bike's a 2000. So who knows what's in that gas tank? And see, here's my inline filter. I'm a firm believer of after you rebuild a carburetor, why not try the best you can to take every step to keep that gas clean going into it? I think it's like a $2 part, the filter. So, anyway, Jamie and I have still yet figured out what that is. It's a tube of some kind. Mine has it too. I said, Jamie, somebody's done something with this tube, and he said, no, yours got it too. So I'm sure it goes in somewhere up there, but it's funny. You guys that might know what that goes to, let us know. Anyway, subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll see you guys soon. Enjoy the ride.